Today's bonus is sort of strange. We just talked about Joseph Hart, which was an excellent, excellent testimony of God's grace in someone's life. If you haven't listened to the full episode, go back and listen to it because it's so, so good. So Joseph Hart was a Reformed pastor in the 18th century, and he was buried in quite a famous cemetery, which we're going to talk about a cemetery today for our bonus, but it's kind of cool. So just stick with me. It's famous in that a lot of nonconformist preachers are currently buried there. As a second background, like a little tangent, nonconformists were Protestant Christians who did not conform to the Church of England's strict instruction to use the Book of Common Prayer. Anyone who didn't conform was ejected from the Church of England in the 17th century, which meant they couldn't legally be a part of the church or do a lot of things.
They couldn't train at Church of England seminaries and stuff, and the Church of England held the monopoly on seminaries. Mm-hmm. So if you listen to our Isaac Watts episode, actually, we talk a little bit about some of the stuff. Yeah.
It was a hard time for the church. It caused all sorts of issues, as you can imagine.
Split families. It was quite a big thing.
Yeah, and loads of nonconformists were jailed, marginalized.
Nonconformist was like a bad word. They're oh, nonconformists.
Like, there's a few kind of words that kind of are used interchangeably a little bit. It's like nonconformist, dissenter, Puritan, like they're kind of like all of the they're not the same, but they're kind of the same circles. So for whatever reason, it honestly could just have been the size of the population during these centuries and or the geography of London. A bunch of these pastors are buried in the same
It's because London thinks it's the center of the universe.
No. There's a lot of nonconformist dissenters there and just a lot of other notable people. Fun fact, before I tell you who is buried there, my husband and I have only been to London like 2 times. And we've lived here for 10 years and we've been to London twice.
I've lived here 28 years and I've been to London once.
Okay, so there you go. Well, one of the times while I was being civilized at the British Museum, my husband and a friend took a field trip to Bunhill Fields to look at gravestones. So that's where we're talking about today, Bunhill Fields. So who is there that you might know? Well, we got to start with the most relevant of all. Bobblehead Watts. Isaac Watts is born there.
Born there? Died there.
Died there.
No, not died there. Buried there. Oh my goodness.
He was neither born or died there.
I can tell you for a fact he was not born there.
He was not born or died there. He's sort of a famous hymn writer. I don't know if you've heard of him.
He's just kipping there for the meantime.
Yeah, until someone returns. Okay. John Owen. John Owen is there. He is a Puritan, for those of you who don't know, but Wikipedia listed him as a Puritan divine. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah,
that's the whole thing. It just means the Puritan divines. It just means he was a theologian. That's it.
That's what I think. I think John Owen.
He wasn't like a divine Puritan where people were like, Puritan of the Puritans.
He's like the sainthood of Protestants.
Yeah, it's not like a sainthood of Protestants. It just means he was like a really good scholar, theologian, all those things. And I love him. He got me through my dissertation.
He's too hard for me. I go cross-eyed. Really?
Yeah, no, I don't find him that difficult to read.
Oh, we'll see. She's just more clever than I am.
No, I don't know if I'm just backwards or my wiring's wrong or something, but there are Puritans people who are like, this person's so easy, and I'm like, it's gobbledygook. And then Owen, I'm just like, oh yeah, the bro speaks my language.
The bro.
I just love him. I wrote my dissertation on Hebrews and his commentaries.
He helped you. Yes. He got you through. I understand. William Blake, English poet.
Know that name?
And his wife, Catherine, who was also a poet.
Don't know Catherine
Painter,
Blake.
Sculptor, engraver.
No, she's engraved.
No. We'll edit that out. Susanna Wesley.
Oh, yeah.
Mother to John and Charles Wesley and a whole bunch of other kids. She had a lot of kids.
13, 14, something like that.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe more.
I think it's like 19.
It might be 19.
Yeah.
But not all of them survived.
Ton of kids. Well, none of them survived.
Well, none of them are alive now.
No, yes. Weird. This is getting darker by the second. Daniel Defoe.
Heard that name.
Author of Robinson Crusoe.
We have a mug in my parents' house, like a jug, and it's Robinson Crusoe's head. It used to belong to my grandmother. They're deciding whether they're going to throw it out or not.
The head or the cup?
the jug that is his head.
Dark. This is getting darker. Okay, 2 more. This is just a fun one. I don't even know who this person is. But there was an English dissenting minister called Samuel Say. I know, but spelled S-A-Y. Shout out to Anne and Samuel Say over in Ohio.
Were you named after him? Tell us.
Was it you? And last but certainly not least, Mr. Reverend Doctor. No, he's not a doctor.
Reverend Mr.
Reverend Mr. John Bunyan.
Yay!
Author of The Pilgrim's Progress.
And a bunch of other good books that nobody remembers.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the big one.
I like this book on prayer. Go read it.
Yep, very well. So that is our very quick walk through the grave.
Yeah, if you're down in London, go check it out. I'm sure it's a lovely place for
Fun-Hill Fields. It's not an active cemetery, by the way, anymore. I mean, like...
No cemeteries. No cemeteries are active.
I mean, like, no one can currently be buried there anymore.
It's full. There are no more spaces. You gotta go find somewhere else to get buried. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the latest episode of the Hymnpartial podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like, and share this video with a friend. To find out more about how you can support us financially, head over to hymnpartial.com.